Okay, so once the algorithm has switched and confirmed, it gives me my stop if I'm wrong, and it also gives me my targets if I'm right. There's 1, 2, and 3 right here, and sometimes I get even more than that. Good morning, everybody. It's Friday, August 21st. Finally, I get to trade. So it's been a few weeks. I haven't really been able to trade that much. Been really busy during the day and doing other things. And then Monday, Tuesday, I come in to trade. I'm like, all right, finally, I'm getting back on the computer, and Thinkorswim is pretty much down. Not really getting data very well. It was so spotty. Couldn't even log in on Tuesday, so it was kind of messed up. So wasn't able to trade on those days. And of course, those days would have been great days. Of course, why wouldn't they have been? So we were here on Friday, and we got a long play right here. So the algorithm had switched. We got permission, volume agrees, everything's good. And I just stepped into the office and saw this trade here. I didn't see it when I was switching. So I jumped into this at a discount, so we're down here. And then right here is the algorithm stop, but it's very close to this support level off of a flag. So flag came down, bounced. So I'm going to move my stop on this one just below this flag here. So 28.66 is where I'm going to put my stop. 28.65. Stop market. 28.65. 63. Really make it break it. And then we're long, so we're going to sell it. All right, let me draw my little line. Alright, great. So here's my stop now. So if it breaks this, then it most likely will be going another direction. Okay, properties, red. Alright, there you go. Say that because we have a high, and then we have a low, and then we have a lower high potentially forming here. And if we're going to have a lower low, we may be changing direction, right? So that's market structure, basically the market, the way it likes to do its thing. So we'll see what it does here. If it doesn't make a lower low, then there's a consolidation that could clearly be happening, which will be building energy, hopefully for a higher high. So either way, we're in. Got a good discount on it, so it makes it easy to move my stop here and have the same risk reward as I would have had getting into this trade originally, and actually, a better reward, same risk but better reward. So worked out pretty awesome. All right, cool. So we'll be back in a little bit. See if this works out for us, or if it becomes a loser. Don't trade for a couple weeks and then jump back into a loser. That's always fun. So we'll see how it goes. All right, traders. This is a spot where we are going to speed bump this play here. All right, so now we're in short on this trade. Okay, so this little area, this yellow line here, that's where my new entry is short. Now I'm short on this. So let's talk about this trade real quick. So this stock gives me about an 84% win rate right now, so it's pretty awesome. So right here, when the algorithm switched to the long side, I could have jumped in right there had I been here watching the stock, but I wasn't. So I jumped in over here when I saw it, got in at a discount, and then this is technically a loser as soon as it breaks the algorithm. I put my stop down here because I wanted to see it make a lower low, and we're so close to that before getting out, because this could just be flagging or maybe even forming a wedge before breakout. So I wanted to get a little more confirmation. So with this strategy, you don't need technical analysis. You could just straight up trade it. You're out right here, right? By moving my stop here based on some technical analysis, I increase my risk versus my reward, which is not always a good thing. But I got in late, so my risk reward actually worked out really nice. So then, with technical analysis, as a student, once it's broke here, I would have been like, oh, I'm not going to speed bump it. If you paid attention to that. If you're not paying attention to technical analysis, then you're not speed bumping anyway. So then it doesn't matter. But this is what happens. So, about an 84% success rate with this. So right here, I'm still in. I have my stop here, right? And then the stock came back above where I bought it at. So technically, this stock is a losing trade. So I could have got out here for a few pennies, and I could have also got out here for a lot more pennies, and then basically banked one of my losing trades as a winning trade. So out of 10 trades, let's say 80% success. if I have 2 losers normally out of 10, this would have been one of those losers that I could have made a winner, you know, boosting my success rate to 90% on this stock. So just by getting out right here with a little bit of green, doesn't have to be a lot, that could have boosted my success rate with this stock, which would have been a great play. I didn't do that because I just pretty much set it and forget it and was doing other things, not really watching or thinking about it. And I did see it coming back down here in this candle, and I was like, oh man, I missed out an opportunity to just jump out here. So is what it is. But at the same time, now it's, you know, we have a high, we have a low, we have a lower high, a low or higher low basically, and then a lower high. So you can see I have a little bit of a wedge or triangle kind of forming right in here, and it started to break out of that, and then it tanked and it broke this low. So that's why I speed bumped this play and went short, and I'm not looking to get a ton on it. I'm just looking for a little bit of recovery. So as my students know, as speed bumps, it's not about recovering all of your money or making profit. It's just about reducing what your losses would have been. So, you know, and at the end of the year, if everything being equal, and every time I'm winning, I'm making $1, and every time I'm losing, I'm making $1 or losing $1. And then I could take all those losers and cut those dollars down to 50 cents. And now every time I'm winning, I'm making $1, and every time I'm losing, it's only 50 cents. Now it's awesome. That's a great ratio. So that's the goal behind speed bumps, is just to reduce that loss a little bit. So that's what we're looking to do here, is reduce our loss a little with this speed bump play. So we'll see how it goes. Now that it broke this, you know, I believe we'll hit at least our first target here on the speed bump, and potentially test low of day. But once it gets through this first target, I'll put my stop in, and if it backs up, I'll be out. And if it runs down to low of day, then I'll trail my stop down there as well, because it may bounce off of that. That usually becomes some support. And then if it breaks that and I'm still in, then we'll have to reevaluate. But right now, that's the plan. Before I forget, let's put my stop in. Alright, so my stop, I'll do a range order just in case it spikes. So my low is going to be 27. Actually, what is low of day? 28.14 roughly, so we'll do 28.20. Alright, so if it spikes to that, and we'll be out. My high range is where I should have gotten in had I played this normally, which would be 29.21. So not a great risk reward right now, but we're there. So 29.23. All right, cool. So there we go. So we're short, so we're gonna be buying it back. I always have to tell myself that, because when you're shorting along, a lot of times you start clicking wrong buttons, and you end up buying more shares rather than getting out. So anyway, cool. All right, we'll be back in a little bit. Just let this roll and see what happens. All right, so let's look at something from a technical perspective. So when you have a trend line like that going, it's almost expected that when it's broken, that the stock is going to go ahead and, you know, retest. See right here? It gets broken. It's almost expected that it's going to come back up and retest it before it comes back down. It happens a lot. Not always, but it does happen a lot. The other part of this is right here. So this is kind of the wedge, if you will, that was forming, or the little triangle. And it broke out of that and looked promising. This was like, all right, cool, it's going to go. And then it didn't. It came back to retest and failed and broke down completely. So that really makes me think, you know, all right, speed bump is definitely in order here, because this is, it had a breakout, false breakout, fake it, break it, and came back down, broke all the way through everything. And then, so that really made me feel confident in a speed bump play. And now it's coming back up to retest this before I believe it's going to continue to roll over and head lower. So just on the technical analysis side, something to look at for those traders who are not trading with my algorithm and are also looking at this chart and thinking about it in their own trading world. This is something else that I'm looking at. All right, I'm going to erase these because I don't like a messy chart. Remove drawing. Remove drawing. And I'm going to erase all this stuff too, because I don't need it anymore and I hate messy charts. For my students, definitely remember to take a picture of that before you erase everything so that you have it for your log. Alright, so there we go. Alright, cool. So yeah, we'll be back in a little bit. We'll see how far this breaks down. Alright, so we're finally breaking down below this level here. I do think we're going to make a run for low of day here. So I think we're going to get stopped out here shortly on my my low target. Low target at 20 or at 31. So I'm going to go ahead and move my low target. Let's mark, what is this right here? 27.57. So I'm going to move that to 27.57 and I can trail it once we get close. So basically I'll clear my order and then I'll put it back in. So 28.35 will be the high, the new high target area if it backs up. And 28.35 basically cuts my loss in half, so which is awesome. So right now basically if I'm trading, if every one of my trades, because I trade the same stocks every day and they all have pretty much close to the same movement as well, but on my risk management plan, if every one of my trades is to make or lose 50 bucks, and then on this trade I cut my loss down in half, I only lost 25 bucks on it. So now when in my next trade I make 50 bucks, that's awesome. I got a 2-to-1 reward on it. So speed bump is working out awesome here. As long as we can get down here and get our stop in. We've already crossed this level, so technically I could take my trade off the table and it would be a good trade. I mean, it would be a good speed bump play. Alright, so stocks don't just go down forever, right? They always have some green candles in there. So we have 5 red candles already right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if this closes here. So we're getting due for a green candle here shortly. So this trade might take a while basically. So we'll see. Hopefully we can get a nice big candle come down, get to this level right here, or low of day at least. And then I can bounce out of here, barely profitable, which would be sweet. You know, better to have a break-even day than a losing day. But either way, nothing else, then I'll end up moving my stop. Right now I got it ready to go for 28.35, which cuts my loss in half for the day, which is sweet. And again, I could take my trade off right here, but just looking at where this lays in space with technical analysis, I feel pretty confident we're going to make a run for low of day, or almost a low of day, at least to the low of this candle here, the body of this candle, which is around 20.23, which we kind of hit right here. So I think we're going to take another stab at it. And then possibly break, if we break low of day in that process, then this thing could be selling off for a while. So that's why I'm staying in it right now, and I didn't just put my stop for 28.39, because I do feel like we're gonna make a run for low of day. Why do I feel that way? Because there's nothing here that shows me that it wouldn't do that. So everything on this chart, and even looking back a little bit, tells me that that's where it's most likely to go. Like if I scroll back on this day over here, you can see where this was some major resistance at 28.15. So you know that's could be the next spot. But 28.15 is also low of day. So I feel like, you know, what was once resistance usually becomes support. So I think we're going to make a run back to that area, because that's typically what happens. Alright, threw that mark on there so you can easily see a low of day. 28.15, make sure that's accurate. 28.16 is low of day, so that's a penny below. Oh no, it's not a penny above. 20, what is low of day? 28.16 low of day. If you can't get it right on the number, if you double click on it, 28.16. Alright, cool. So we're right on low of day. So this could be a bounce area. I could jump out right here, but I'm going to give it a second, see if it breaks through here, because we just come off this green candle. Little support area, so to speak, breaking down. Hit low of day. Low of day should be support, as we're starting to see right now with this green candle. The question is, how much support will it be, and will it break low of day? It's turned out to be quite a bit of support here, huh? Let's see what the next candle does. Hopefully it comes back down, retest it, break it, smash it, get down here. Okay, so we're coming back into that low of day area, so you can see that it truly was support. And now we're coming back in. I expect this to break and then go down from there. So I'm going to move my stop here. Once it breaks 19, basically I'm going to start a trail. 19 on the ask. What's the spread? 2 cents, so I'm going to do 17. 17, so I don't get any slippage in the spread, and then that puts me at a green day. I do believe it's going to break through here, so if it doesn't, then I'll be looking to get out on this bounce. Okay, 17. Once it gets below 17, I'm going to put it in, and then that is what it is. 18, 16, 14, okay. So I'm going to go and buy the shares back. So now we're in at 17, so 98 is going to be my next spot. 27.98. Alright, so what a roller coaster, right? Start this day off, get in at a discount, which is nice. And then I moved my stop, so I wanted to see it make a new low. And then I got bounced out, so it was a losing day, losing trade. And then I speed bumped that thing, and here we are back in the green. So I gotta love them speed bump opportunities. So here we go, 98. We're below 98, so I'm going to clear and buy. So 27. All right, so cool. So 27.98. So that's the next level right here. See that? So we got below that, so that stops in. Target 27.57. If I get there, I'm just going to take it off. But I may trail this actually down. To everything from here on out is bonus money. I mean, really, the whole speed bump has been bonus money, but since we're in the green right now, everything is definitely bonus money here. So. Next target 27.57, but if we do get to 27.75, I will move my stop to that. Almost halfway there, basically. Lot of selling volume coming in right now. Is that shorts piling in? Like, what is that? There's a lot of selling volume here. Are there any sellers left when this candle's done, and does it rally back up? Like, what happens here? Oh, so just barely showed that 75 over here. Man, that was fast. Boom, boom. All right, so here we go. So we're going to do it again, maybe, hopefully. Come on. Man, you saw how fast I went down and pulled back. All right, 75 on the bid. Let's get it on the ask, and then we're going to change this order. Turn this into a nice day. Come on. Let's go a little more, a little more. Don't miss it by a penny. I hate that when you have a number and you miss it by a penny. That's like the worst. Come on, let's do it. Somebody, will you sell this stock? Bring it down. There we go. All right, so clear. Buy. All right, so 75, I got my stop in. If it backs up to 75, we'll take that. Or if it hits 57, I'll take it. I'll be out of this trade and be done for the day. Shutting it down. Okay, we're backed up into 75 on the ask. We get there on the bid, then we'll, yep, okay, cool. So we're out. So we're out at 27.76. So basically the way our day ended up going was we started with a 41 cent per share losing trade. And then our next trade that we just got out of just now, our speed bump play gave us 84 cents per share. So today we will close out the day with 43 cents per share. So awesome way to close out the day. Super happy with that. And that's my trade for the week. So, you know, all good. 43 cents per share for the week. And yeah, we'll be back next week, and hopefully Thinkorswim will be functioning the whole week, and I'll be able to trade a few more days. That'll be awesome. All right, everybody, have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday.